I'm David Metcalf. About 6 years ago, some of my students came to me and said, "Hey, have you been looking at this blockchain and Bitcoin stuff?" I said, "No, I haven't. Tell me about it. Teach me." And that's what they did. I'm kind of humbled to say that it was my students that had gotten involved in being paid in cryptocurrency early for some of their projects that got me involved. And one of them, who's also our co-author, Vikram Dhillon, who explained probably 3 or 4 times to me what some of the meaning was behind this. And all of a sudden, it kind of clicked. How we might have power beyond cryptocurrencies and really look at the way that blockchain-enabled applications that spanned across many vertical industries, one of those being healthcare, could be achieved. And I was excited because at the exact same time, we had opportunities with the National Science Foundation to have one of the first projects called Health Shares in that time frame, from the 2013-2014 time frame. So getting an early start, getting to look at this early, really helped us to shape our views on what was happening in the industry, to see the industry start to grow and accelerate, and understand how this technology might fundamentally shift the idea of not only being able to use the internet to distribute things widely and repeat and copy those, but to know that you're able to take something from one place and guarantee and have a trusted way of distributed trust to know that it's moved from one place to another. Those are some of the things that got me excited about blockchain and what its potential is in healthcare. For the book, I wrote several different topics, some of the intros to the different sections, and assembling some of the different authors and use cases that we had throughout the book. In particular, I had one topic that I hadn't seen a whole lot of information on, but I thought could be transformative, and that was blockchain and gaming for healthcare. How can we use games, and how can we use the whole idea behind trying to have this patient engagement that you get from maybe not just games, but looking at game mechanics and looking at the way that gamification might help to engage people more in their health. And I'm excited about some of the ways that blockchain might enable you to not only pay the providers of training and information, also the providers of healthcare, but also the consumers of healthcare information and data and the patients themselves. That may change the whole fundamental dynamic of what we do in blockchain for healthcare. Those topics in particular were important for me to write about because I didn't see a lot of other writing in those areas, but I thought when we got to the future section that looking at some of these states that may be useful to people in the next few years might be really relevant to what they're doing in their day-to-day work and in their future work. Blockchain in healthcare is going through major transformations now. In particular, the differences between the use of utility tokens and the use of security tokens for the way that particular companies might be financed or new operations. One of the other things that I'm excited about is the merging of standards. There's so many standards that are happening right now too, between the ones from IEEE, from NIST, from some of the different regulatory agencies, and we're starting to see those coalesce. We're even starting to see some of the organizations partner together and work in new and creative ways. I think that that is showing signs of a maturation in the space, and I'm excited about what that might mean for the future. I see so many areas of impact for the blockchain in the future of healthcare. In particular, I'm seeing that there's this great opportunity to take other emerging technologies like artificial intelligence, augmented reality, gaming, and put those together with blockchain in new and meaningful ways. And I think it's going to come down to what problems we're trying to solve. Are we trying to solve problems of patient privacy? Are we trying to solve problems of how do we automate very complex transactions with smart contracts that start to build upon not only the basics of what you would have, but the whole payer, provider, and patient triangle, and the ways that that is going to be automated, and the ways that we can also use other things like artificial intelligence and quantum and other areas to really push the envelope on what's possible with blockchain in healthcare.